The 5 questions either.
All right, all right.
Fran, what is the key against this Illinois team? They look like they've improved a lot at the end of the year. They're playing with some confidence.
Well, they got Lucas back. He didn't play against us. That gives them a lot more depth in the backcourt. They have a lot of depth as it is. Very athletic, very quick. Obviously play a unique style defensively that they've had great success with over the years. And Brad just instituted it there, and it's really been problematic for some teams. It's kind of a unique season because there's a number of games where it seemed like they had the game won.
Yeah.
The Maryland game stands out in my head. They really played well in that game and ended up losing in the last second. But they had a couple of those. The Blacks playing extremely well. I was having 22 a game for the last 5. Frazier, you know, he's really killing it from 3. We played him the last time. He was doing more off the dribble. He's a freshman. He made 7 against us. He'd made 17 and 18 games, and then he made 7 in our game. He's terrific freshman. I'm really impressed with him. I think he's back. He missed a couple games. He makes a difference. He's a senior who makes threes. He's got a post-up game, tough guy. But there's just so many different ways they can go. You know, Jordan seems to always play really well against us. Alstorf is a really good defender. I mean, they've got a lot of pieces that are problematic.
What's the approach to winning 5 in 5 days? What do you?
It's really pretty simple. You just try to win the first game. You're only looking at Illinois right now. Obviously, my staff is preparing for the teams that we will play should we win. So, you know, we're going to play somebody we've already played, so we'll know something about them anyway. You know, so the thing I think is to get them ready, push them hard enough to get them ready, but make sure they have enough juice.
Tyler.
I know it's almost silly to talk about this because of the mathematics, but 7 years ago, Connecticut did that.
Yeah.
That's
Hey, Kemba Walker.
yeah. I was going to say, is he?
He's not available.
But do you bring something like up to the players, or do you need to do that? Because they all said we got to win the first one before we
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if they actually remember that.
That's a while ago.
It was a while ago, but they might remember that. That's probably the only time. I think it's the only time it's happened. But you're right. I mean, it's like it's important to bring up that it has happened. It's doable. A lot of teams have won 4. You know, of course, a lot of teams have won 3. You have to win 3 at least, typically.
Are you surprised by all the reaction to what Jordan did?
Not at all. I mean, it's one of those things that makes everybody feel good. You know, that's what it's supposed to be about. Especially, you know, think about the weekend with all of the negativity that started Friday morning as it relates to our game. To see something like that on Sunday, I think just made everybody feel good. That there's a lot of things still in college basketball that interest people and get them excited about the game. And there's players that are worth watching, rooting for. So I tell you, my phone dings seems like every 15 seconds. And so, you know, somebody now there's still people who just saw it for the first time. It was an unbelievable thing. So I'm really proud of them.
It's funny, isn't it? I mean, what can happen to make a program come off good to America? Yeah,
you know, it's incredibly meaningful to the people in Iowa because of the history, and everybody remembers Chris Street and his family, and what a tragedy that was. I mean, who knows how many he would have made had he lived. He was such a great player. But to see the rest of the nation just look at this story that maybe didn't know about it and say, wow, the fact that that kid would do that you know, he would talk to his brother about it and say, you know what, this record needs to stay with Chris. You know, the amazing thing is, I think we'd all like to be in a position where we could decide whether we wanted to get there. You know, he knew he'd make the first 2. We knew he'd make the 2 after he missed. Most people can't do that, if you think about it. I couldn't have, I know that.
What kind of free throw shooter were you?
Terrible. If I was a better shooter, we wouldn't be having this conversation. I had the rest of it. I just didn't. I was a facilitator.
Okay.
One or two more if you got it.
All right, guys.
Got to move on now, and obviously the task is obvious. Win 5 in 5 days. What's the approach? I mean, you just go in there and one at a time, I guess, right?
I texted our group chat today. I sent them a picture of the odds of us winning. I think someone, I can't remember who tweeted it, but
100 to 1.
Yeah, it was our odds from first game, second game, third game, fourth game, fifth game, and like you said, 100 to 1. And I'm like, just screw it, just play out. We have no pressure on us. Why not? Why don't we just win 5 in a row? Who cares? But obviously, the approach is to win one at a time, and I think we have a good shot at doing it this week. We showed what we're capable of doing last night, in both ends of the floor, and that was big for us to be able to get some stops on defense, and we got going on offense as well. So we got some momentum going into Madison Square Garden, so that's huge for us.
You hyped about playing in the Garden?
Yeah, obviously we were there for Big Ten Media Day, and me and Tyler were joking with each other. We were there for Big Ten Media Day. We didn't even get to see the gym, which is kind of crazy, but. Yeah, it should be a fun time. Obviously, growing up, that's something you always wanted to play at is Madison Square Garden. So I think that's going to be pretty sweet to be able to be there and be around New York City. It's such a great city, and so many. Obviously, there's going to be some fans there as well. So it's going to be pretty sweet to be there.
Do you remember when Connecticut did the 5 and 5 in 2011?
I do. Yeah, I do. That was pretty special. That's something I was watching some videos of it on YouTube last night.
Really?
Giving myself some motivation, I guess. And, obviously, it can be done, and we're not going to rule that out. Just knowing that what we're capable of doing, we haven't really put anything together this season, and what better way to do it at Madison Square Garden? Try to get an NCAA bid. So I think we know what we're capable of doing.
You're gonna play the role of Kemba Walker?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. That's what it takes. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to try to get 5 wins, and but obviously it's gonna take one win at a time. To win 5, you gotta win the first one. So we're gonna take care of Illinois first.
What do you think of that matchup? You obviously had a close game with them, got down 20,
yeah,
came back.
Obviously, they're probably one of the best bottom teams in the country, honestly, from the record standpoint and how hard they play. They deny everything. They're up into us, and you're guarding me full court, try to wear me out, and it should be a tough challenge for us because we know they don't have a lot of pressure on them either, and they're just going to come out attacking, and we have to be ready for that. So obviously, it's going to be a good matchup for us, but hopefully we're going to take care of them.
I think so.
You guys have to win 5 and 5. I mean, it's plain and obvious. What's the approach going into something like that?
You know, there's no real pressure on us. No one expects it to happen, so it makes it. We have the confidence in ourselves. We know we can do it. We know what we're capable of, and we're going to try out there and play as hard as we can. We don't want it to be our last game, so we're just going to keep playing and leave it all out on the court and see what happens every game, every step of the way. So, why not?